You know that feeling when you check your bank statement and see a charge you could have sworn you'd never have to pay? That mix of surprise and pure frustration, like someone reached into your pocket without asking? Yeah. Now imagine having that feeling every single time you pop the hood of your own car. Every single time. No exceptions. Because that's exactly what's happening to millions of Americans right now. And the worst part, most of them still haven't realized. What's going on behind the scenes? You think you're just doing normal maintenance? Oil change, filter, tune-up, all within what you'd expect. But in practice, there's an entire system designed to make you come back more often, spend more money, and become increasingly dependent. And no, this is not a conspiracy theory. It's a business model. If you think you bought a car, I need to tell you something you might not want to hear. You're wrong. You didn't buy a car. You bought a subscription with an engine. A silent subscription. One that doesn't show up clearly in the contract, but charges you monthly or worse. Unexpectedly. Every time something needs to get done. And before you close this video, thinking this has nothing to do with you, let me ask you a simple question. How much have you spent on your car since you bought it? Not just the purchase price, but maintenance, inspections, parts, labor, mandatory stuff. Now, multiply that by the next several years. Pretty scary, right? But don't worry, because this is still just the surface. Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to show you how much money you've already lost without realizing it. And the most absurd part of this story is coming up later. It's the kind of thing that once you discover it, you'll never look at your car the same way again. So go ahead and hit like and subscribe to the channel, because here we say what the dealership doesn't have the guts to tell you. No sugarcoating, no runaround, straight to the point, the way you need to hear it before spending another dollar without knowing. The hood test, let's start with a quick test. Pop the hood of your car. If it's from after 2015, brace yourself for a shock. What you're going to see isn't the engine. It's a giant plastic cover hiding everything with the brand logo shining like it's some kind of trophy. The manufacturer proud to hide what you actually bought. This isn't about aesthetics. It's strategy. It's a very clear message about who's in charge of your vehicle. And spoiler, it's not you. Let's take the simplest example, changing a headlight bulb. Back in the 90s, on a car like an old Ford F-150 or Chevy S-10, anyone could do it in 3 minutes. Under $10, and you're done. Now, on a Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla, two of the best-selling cars in America for decades. To reach the bulb, you've got to go in through the wheel well. You remove the fender liner, stick your arm into a hole full of grime, and pray you can twist the socket without cutting yourself. The dealership charges you a full hour of labor just for that. In cities like Los Angeles or Chicago, that's $120 to $180 for a job you used to do in your driveway and with the game on in the background. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever paid the dealership for something you knew you could have done yourself? Drop it down below. From tractors to your pickup truck, there's a story that needs to be told, and it starts not with cars, but with a tractor. John Deere started installing electronic lockouts on their machines to force you to use authorized technicians. Picture a farmer in Iowa with a $200,000 tractor right in the middle of corn harvest. A $300 sensor breaks. He installs the new sensor, and nothing happens. Locauci Muji. The nearest technician is 150 miles away. He shows up in 2 days, in the middle of harvest, with rain coming in and the neighbors combine already rolling. The tractor worked. The part was correct. The only problem was digital. The software didn't recognize the part as authorized. The auto industry looked at that and didn't think that's outrageous. It thought, great idea. Let's copy it. And they did, very carefully. Today, every electronic component has a digital identifier, almost like a serial number. When it's installed, the car's computer checks if it's authorized. If it isn't, it blocks the function. You swap the power window switch on a Ford F-150 with an identical part, same manufacturer. The window won't go down. To unlock it, dealership visit, proprietary scanner, module programming. In cities like Dallas or Atlanta, that's $200 to $350 on top of the cost of the part. A $20 part plus $300 in programming fees. That's not repair. That's extortion in a suit. And there's one case that makes any veteran mechanic think twice before taking the job. On Ford F-250 and F-350 Super Duty trucks. Certain engine repairs require removing the entire cab from the frame just to have working space. At specialized shops in the U.S., that service can run anywhere from $8,000 to $25,000. The official explanation, space optimization. The real translation, you opened the hood, got intimidated, closed it, and called the dealership. That was exactly the plan. If this content is making sense to you, hit like and share it with that buddy who's thinking about buying a big truck. And let me know in the comments, did you know this kind of thing was happening? Subscriptions for features you already paid for. Now here's the most surreal part. BMW actually tested in European markets a monthly subscription of about $18 a month to use the heated seats. The seat was installed, the wire was connected, the system worked. The software just blocked it until you paid. It's like buying a refrigerator and finding out the freezer only works with a monthly plan. BMW backed off after widespread ridicule, but the move is real. General Motors in 2022 simply shut down the connectivity service on older OnStar-equipped models. Features you paid for stopped working. No warning, no consultation, no refund. That means a car you buy today can lose features in the future by the manufacturer's unilateral decision. You pay, but the control isn't yours. And then there's the battery. Changing a battery was always the most basic job in the automotive world. Today, on models like the BMW 3 Series and Ford Ranger with intelligent charging systems, you install a new battery and the computer still runs on the old one's parameters. The alternator charges wrong. That new battery, anywhere from $150 to $400, loses efficiency much faster than it should. To fix it, a scanner visit at the dealership or a specialized shop. Another $60 to $120. They've digitized the wrench and charge you for the access. The pushback is real, but there's a resistance movement underway. In the U.S., with over 280 million registered vehicles on the road, independent shops have invested heavily in multi-brand scanners and alternative software that can communicate with car computers without official authorization. The right to repair movement has gained real momentum, with legislation being pushed in multiple states to force manufacturers to open up their diagnostic systems. And on the streets, older vehicles are being valued in a way nobody expected. I'm not talking about collector cars. I'm talking about the Toyota Tacoma with the 2.7L for the Chevy Silverado with the naturally aspirated V8, the Ford Crown Victoria, the Jeep Cherokee. XJ cars where you pop the hood and the engine is right there. Accessible. You replace a part and it works. No digital authorization. No mandatory scanner. The part is at any pick and pull or AutoZone, and the neighborhood mechanic knows the system by heart. That's not nostalgia. That's autonomy that the game changed. But it's not over manufacturers can cover the engine in plastic. Lock down the software and build digital toll booths between you and your own car. But there's one thing they still can't control. The decision each American makes about what car sits in their garage and where they spend their money. As long as there's an independent shop with a third-party scanner, an AutoZone or a pick and pull with solid parts at a fair price, and people willing to keep an older engine running, driver autonomy in America is still alive. The game changed, but the match isn't over. Drop a comment below with the most outrageous thing you've ever been charged for on your car. I want to read your real stories. Hit like if this video opened your eyes. Share it with someone thinking about buying a car. And subscribe so you don't miss the next video. See you there.